Data breaches. They happen all the time, but rarely are people punished for it. When I say punished for it, they might get sacked, for example, but the data protection legislation and the ICO are there to be used for instances of data breaches, but we never seem to hear of companies or organisations really being fined for these breaches, especially so when it's the police or other government agency. Maybe because the ICO is, although purports itself to be independent like the IOPC, simply another government agency of its own. Central Bedfordshire Council has been accused of incompetence after it published personal details of dozens of special education needs pupils in a Freedom of Information request. The response with the details was posted on whatdotheyknow.com, a website that I personally use often to get information publicly, generally from local authorities or police. With the information being posted on a public site, the details could have been taken by practically anyone. The council has of course apologised and said it's referred itself to the ICO, and the ICO say they are aware and investigating, for what it's worth. The Central Bedfordshire Send Action Group, which made the Freedom of Information request, said they were extremely concerned about the data breach. They said it included the names of dozens and dozens of children and called the breach a catastrophic mistake. The group alerted the council to the information once they realised it was there, and the council took it down. The group said we were extremely concerned, yet unsurprised to learn about the data breach. It is the latest in a long history of incompetence and disregard for the law in relation to SEND families. There is incompetence and disregard to anybody, not just that particular group. A council spokesman said our officers worked swiftly to get the information removed. We are extremely sorry to all of those affected, and we are in the process of contacting all of the families affected to apologise directly. Now, personally, I don't think a sorry quite cuts the mustard. These are names and potentially other identifying information, such as the schools they attend, which have been leaked, of vulnerable children. It wouldn't be hard for a perpetrator or predator to have got their hands on the information in order to use it nefariously. Considering the sensitive nature of the information and the potential for repercussions, I think the ICO should fine Central Bedfordshire Council for the data breach and make it a serious one. The Information Commissioner has the power to issue a monetary penalty for an infringement of the provisions of Part 3 of the Act, Law Enforcement Processing. Any penalty that we issue is intended to be effective, proportionate and dissuasive, and will be decided on a case-by-case basis. Under Part 6 of the Act, there are two tiers of penalty for an infringement of Part 3, the higher maximum and the standard maximum. The higher maximum amount is £17.5 million, or 4% of the total annual worldwide turnover in the preceding financial year, whichever is higher. In practice, the higher amount can apply to any failure to comply with any of the data protection principles, any rights an individual may have under Part 3, or in relation to any transfers of data to third countries. If there is an infringement of other provisions, such as administrative requirements of the legislation, the standard maximum amount will apply, which is 8.7 million, or 2% of the total annual worldwide turnover in the preceding financial year, whichever is higher. I think if the ICO actually started prosecuting these organisations, including police and councils, for their data breaches, then there will be swift action taken to prevent it from happening again. But as I say, these alleged independent bodies simply don't like biting the hand that feeds them. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.